Hey, good morning, Speak New Lifers. Welcome to another video. Welcome to another walk and talk. And I hope everyone is having a great day. I actually posted a video yesterday, or so I thought I did, but it never loaded. And I was like, because I did it on my desktop, on my laptop for the first time. I normally just do it on my phone, and it never loaded. So back to the drawing board. We have to go back and figure what's going on there. But I just wanted to talk on, again, the power of words, right? Because I shared a couple videos ago, about how this mouth right here it's our life force, basically. And we have the ability to speak what God's already said, speak what God's already said, so that we can get the results that God desires for us to have. And it's going to require us to speak what God has said, even when it seems, not even, more than likely when it seems the least possible, right? Because God's words are life. Everything else outside of his words aren't life. And what the enemy is trying to do is to convince us that the words that they are speaking, he is speaking, is truth. But we know that there's no truth in him. And so God's word is truth. But it's not going to feel like truth. It's not going to look like truth. Most times it won't. Because, sorry, I had to remove the hood. I was feeling a little bit excessive. It's like, it's hot under there, but it's good. What the enemy is working overtime is to get his lies into our heart, right? Because it says out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. But the information that we receive in our hearts is put in there through the things that we see with our eyes, the things that we hear, the environments and circumstances that we find ourselves in. And so that's how we begin to perceive our sense of reality, right? And so what he's going to constantly do is project things that are designed to take us into a place of fear, a place of resistance, a place of unbelief, a place of doubt. And so our hearts will become full of that. And then we will speak those things. And Jesus said we will have those things that we say. So he's always working overtime. So like certain things on TV, like the news, certain music, all this stuff is trying to find a way to get us to believe the lie, and not only just believe the lie, but live the lie. Whereas God said, put his word before us, put it on your gatepost, put it in front of you, put it in front of your eyes, when you sit down, talk to your children about it, because he knows that if we can put his word in front of us daily, continuously, then he can get his truth into our hearts, and then out of the abundance of our heart, our mouth will speak, and then we will have those things that he said, right? And so our thing is to get to a position where we speak what God has already spoken. And even when everything in your life is telling you that that's impossible, you can't believe for that, there's nothing in your circumstances to say that that's even true, that that's even a reality, understand and know that God doesn't need anything in the physical realm to back up his word, because he is spirit, and the spirit gives birth to physical. The physical does not give birth to spirit. So when you continue to just be bold enough to declare what God has told you about your life, about your future, about others, it's understand that you're not just wishful thinking. You're actually making the declarations that God has already made in heavenly places here on earth, so that whole thing where it says, as it's done in heaven, let it be done here on earth, that you are bringing God's declaration here to earth. And it's only then that his will can be done here on the earth. But what the enemy is going to do is have you feel like a complete idiot. He's going to have you feel like an idiot for declaring something that obviously doesn't look like that. Like, how can you declare that I'm gonna be a millionaire one day and run my own business when you're currently sitting in a tent somewhere on a street corner? Like, how do you have the audacity to do that? How do you have the audacity to declare that my house is going to be filled with children and grandchildren when you're like 40 something, 50 something, and you still don't have your children yet? Like, how do you declare that you're going to run a marathon one day and you've been paralyzed for the best part of 10 years? How do you do that? How do you do that? But it's like, if God has given you a word, it's like having the boldness and the audacity to declare it ahead of time. And it doesn't mean that you have to go around telling everybody that this is the thing that you're going to do, right? Find at least one person, or at the very least write it down. Write it down, as crazy as it sounds. Write it down, because it's like, that will be your reference point, that will be your point that you go back to. And then not only that, but when that thing comes to pass, you will have evidence that your God is real, and that he speaks, and that he speaks, you know, and that he is more powerful than your circumstances, your situations, and he's more than able to guide you and govern you in your life. So that is just a little encouragement. I hope it encourages somebody to keep God's word in your mouth, regardless of what it looks like. And even if you seem like an idiot, look like an idiot, because it's only going to be for a brief while. All right, bye.